All right, everybody, welcome back for another deep dive with us. Today, we're going to be checking out Western Idaho.
Sounds beautiful already.
Yeah, and and there's a really great opportunity there for occupational therapists.
Oh, very cool. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to kind of look at, what it would be like to live there and work there and really just kind of like, see if this is the right, career move for you.
Yeah, and I think, one of the big things is the demand is there. We see it all over the country.
Huh.
And, you mentioned Western Idaho. They're really feeling that need for skilled healthcare workers, especially in these areas with a growing population.
Right.
And this is a really special area, I think, too, because of how you can, grow your career, but at the same time, really connect with nature in a way that's getting harder and harder to find.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so, Western Idaho, and when I think of it, I think of just stunning landscapes,
Mhm.
mountains, rivers, forests. I mean, it's just an outdoor enthusiast's dream, really.
It is.
I mean, you could be, hiking, on, trails that seem to go on forever, or maybe, do some of the best fly fishing in the country.
Absolutely.
Or, if you're really adventurous, even try some whitewater rafting.
Yeah, and here's a little something that most people don't realize about Western Idaho. You can actually set sail from there.
What?
Yeah, it's a seaport.
No way.
Yeah, so picture this. You've had this rewarding week at work helping patients,
Yeah, huh?
and then you hop on a cruise ship
What?
and head out to the Pacific Ocean. I mean, how's that for a way to recharge and see the world?
That's incredible. I had no idea.
Yeah, it's pretty special.
So, okay, so we've kind of got like the lay of the land, but let's talk about the actual job.
Okay.
This is a permanent position at a 140 bed acute care medical center.
Mhm.
So, I mean, that means you'd be working with, a variety of conditions and, pretty fast-paced environment.
Right, exactly. And I think when we think about acute care, it's really about those patients that need immediate attention.
Right.
Maybe it's a sudden illness, an injury, something like that. So you as the OT are coming in at a really critical point
Yeah.
in their recovery.
Mhm.
And and speaking of coming in, I mean the salary here is great.
Oh, yeah. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, it's between 78,000 and 117,020,
Wow.
which is really competitive, especially when you consider the cost of living in Western Idaho is lower than a lot of other places.
Yeah. And they're also offering some really great incentives to help people, make that move a little easier.
That's right.
There's a $15,000 signing bonus
Wow.
and a red carpet relocation package,
Nice.
which I love the sound of.
Yeah, I mean they really want to make it easy for you, and one less thing to worry about is licensing because you can actually get your Idaho license
Oh, okay.
after you accept the position.
That's great. So let's say, okay, you've moved, you're settled in. You're starting your day at the medical center. What does that look like? What are you doing?
Well, I think the first thing is you're evaluating patients, figuring out what their needs are.
Ah.
And then you're going to design, a treatment plan just for them. You're going to be working with a whole team of healthcare professionals and the big goal in acute care is helping those patients regain as much independence as possible
Hmm.
so that they can, safely go home.
Yeah, and I imagine you'd see such a wide variety of cases, working in this kind of setting.
Oh, absolutely.
People of all ages, different conditions. Maybe they're recovering from surgery or, dealing with something chronic.
Right. And that's where your skills really come in.
Yeah.
Being a strong clinician, being adaptable, being able to think on your feet and assess each patient's needs individually. That's key to developing a plan that's going to work. But it's not just about the technical skills, right? You've got to be able to connect with people, offer encouragement because they're going through a tough time. So you need that human touch as well.
Yeah, for sure. So it really does sound like, the best of both worlds here. You get to live in this amazing place and do work that really makes a difference.
Yeah, and then when you factor in the benefits, it's even better because they offer medical, dental, vision, retirement,
Wow.
and generous PTO. So it really shows you that this employer, they get it. They're invested in their employees. They
Right?
want you to have a good life, not just a good job.
Yeah. So imagine you're leaving work, after a day of helping patients and you're driving home and you see those mountains in the distance.
Yeah.
And you know that this weekend you could be hiking in those mountains or, maybe even hopping on a cruise ship.
Right.
Um, could you see yourself living that life? We've given you the information. Now it's up to you to take that next step. See if this is the adventure you've been waiting for.
Exactly.
And that's it for our deep dive today. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, everyone.